Yo, Habibis, welcome back for another arena video. Today, I am doing a takeover for a viewer. He's like, bro, I need to hit Apex this week. What can you put for me on offense and defense where it's consistent and I can win? And I was like, okay, let me see what you got. He was running this Laya with Element team. Even though this is decent, really hard to beat high BP teams in Apex Arena. So what we ended up doing is putting a Ingrid Kagiri Wukong meta team with Ireless. He just got Ireless. He chose Ireless with Van Helsing. And when you get Ireless, this team becomes amazing for Arena. And he's going to be able to push really well. And let's just get into the setup, the gearing, and we're going to do a couple runs in his Arena. He is in Platinum, but you're going to see how the team works on auto. And yeah, and I'll put some disclaimers on what to look out for single target arena. Let's get it. All right, guys. So what you're going to do to set up this team is you're going to go with your Wukong first. Okay. And you're just going to let the basic attacks go. All right. Then you're going to get your Dia Chan right away. You're not going to swap the stance. You're going to keep the stance on the healing until around 232. Then you can swap her. And you're just going to basic attack down this enemy. And it should, obviously right there, it looks like it was struggling, but it should work on auto. Okay. Now, right when the enemy is in range, you're going to use your Wukong ultimate. Alright. If you want to time it perfectly, you can go 1x. So now here's where I do it different than most people. Most people would be like, I'm going to place my Kigiri right away when at 17. I don't do that because when you fight high BP, if you place your Kigiri too early, he will die because you won't get your Ireless out in time. So what I look for is the minute I see this enemy do a little body turn and starts pointing north, and you'll see right now when he does it, he's about to turn basically right. So he's about to turn. We're going to wait for that stun to go away. Okay. And this is probably the hardest part to time. You really want it to go slow. See, he does that little turn. Then we can place him. And I've noticed it times perfectly with Kigiri because this enemy will try to do a hit on Kigiri. And I usually get this proc, the dash proc, better. So that's what I do. Obviously, you can mess around with your own timings, but that's what I personally do. So now we wait. Okay. Now we're going to place our Ireless up here, facing down. We're going to slow this down. We're going to get one hit on that enemy with Wukong, and then we use his ultimate. So I like to wait for one hit with Wukong on the second enemy before using his ultimate, because I've noticed on auto, sometimes you don't kill them in time. And then Wukong uses his ultimate on the first enemy that has no health, and then you're just stuck there waiting for basic attacks. So I do that to be safe for an auto, right? So now in wave 5, don't have to do anything. You just let them basic attack down the first enemy. So around 3, exactly 3, the third enemy comes out of the portal. So right here, you're going to wait. And then the minute you see him come out of the portal, the enemy, you're going to use Kagiri's ultimate. And he should dash and kill both, but obviously this is the problem with Wukong, is when he gets his stun off, it prevents, like right there, this enemy got stunned, so it prevents Kagiri from doing the dash when he gets hit, right? So it's a lot of RNG. I mean, some matches is gonna work, some it's not, but you just want to get that timing down at the 3.0 so it works more times than not, right? So first enemy that comes out, you're going to use your Wukong's ultimate here. Now when we have enough cost, we can place our Ingrid, okay? And then we can swap her. We place her in this spot, not bottom. That way Ireless can give her a boost of damage when she gets hit. Okay. So now we're going to wait. 3.0. Alright. 3.0. We're going to use it again. We're going to use Kagiri's ultimate. And we should kill both of these. Alright. Again, if you notice Ingrid is dying, alright, and you just want Ireless to prioritize Kagiri, you can move Ingrid down. She still reaches this spot. So what are you going to do here now? Wave 7. We're going to use Wukong right away. Okay. And you're going to slow this down. Around 305, we're going to get the next enemy to come out. 304, 305. So no, enemies 2 and 3, you're going to dash with Kagiri right when you see him come out of the portal. And let's see, we're waiting. Now we're going to use it. Boom. Okay. And then on the last enemy, we can use our Wukong ultimate and kill. So on Wukong, you would like a lot of rage regen, a decent amount, if you can build them like that, so you can get that ultimate in time on that wave. But that should be your slowest wave to start, okay? The whole match, that's probably your slowest wave. So now we're going to use Kagiri's ultimate on the first 2 enemies. You want to slow this down. We wait till the second enemy comes out of the portal, and then we're going to use Kagiri right now. You should dash. This enemy should die. Now we're going to use our Wukong on the third enemy. And now we got Kagiri for the last 2. And we're going to wait. So around 427, 6. There we go. Use Kagiri, okay? The minute you see him come out of the portal. Again, so one disclaimer that I'm going to tell you guys is when you're fighting lower BPs, I recommend you not fight anybody under 500, even 500. You want to fight people above 520. And that's because there's a low BP cheese where people have a lower BP team on defense. And for some reason, the mechanics of Arena is when you fight a team with a lower battle power team, they actually kill the enemies way quicker than you do. Even though you have a higher BP, they kill them quicker because the defense goes based off their battle power. Okay? So, and what also ends up happening with a Watcher's team is, let's say your Ingrid and your Wukong kills the enemies too quick, and then Kagiri can't use his dash to kill 2 enemies because the enemy in front of him is dead and doesn't actually hit him to trigger that. Makes sense? So you're killing them too quick, but your enemy is killing their too quick as well, and you're not getting your ultimates. You know, it's a whole messed up thing. So just pay attention to that. All right, so wave 9, we're going to use our Wukong right away. And then we're going to wait with Kagiri here. And we're going to use his ultimate when that second and third enemy are in line. Both of those should die. We're going to use our Wukong here. And then monsters or enemies 5 and 6, we're going to wait until it comes out of the portal. And there you go. Simple, easy. That's the setup. We're going to save that for him. Obviously, Ireless A1 would be way better, but this team works. And I'm going to show you the gear real quick. Ingrid is full Infernal. This is the Dia-chan. Kagiri. You want the exclusive Watchguard. You could get away with the Nightmare one, but if you're not having a Watchguard exclusive, just run a Soulbound. You want at least 52,000 HP. That's the sweet spot. If you want to be super safe, run 54 plus. And you can see we're not even running a max crit rate, but it doesn't really matter here because I'd rather give up a little crit rate to get more attack and speed and HP. And I believe it's because of this piece right here. Okay. And then our Wukong's in a Soulbound. We're running a bunch of Rage Regen. Just so we can get his ultimates off in time. And then Ireless, I'm just running a Watcher exclusive. Nothing crazy for her. You just want high attack speed, a decent amount of healing effect, at least over 100, and high attack. HP doesn't matter, rage region is whatever. And that's the team. Now let's get into some battles. Alright guys, so this is going to be a good one. This is like a mirror match. Let's show you how it works on auto. We have a way higher BP, but again, this is a good BP to fight. 570, right? It's above that threshold of 520 that we look for. And let's just see how it works. So obviously he did his swap quicker than us, but we're fine. We should swap now. We're going to lose in the beginning. I think he did ultimate also. He did use his ultimate earlier, so we should catch up now. And we're going to see, yep, 76 to 58. Let's see if Kagiri works here. Boom, nice. And you can see it worked perfectly. Even though he got it earlier than us, it still worked perfectly. Okay, let's see if Wukong activates his ult. Perfect. Nice. Kagiri here should use his ult. Boom. Nice. Perfect. Again, and his gearing's looking pretty good because he's catching up with us, but we just have a better setup than he does. It's just, that's what it is. So right there you saw that we killed it too quick, but it still worked out. That's why we go based off the timings. It doesn't matter what happens. Okay, because every fight's a different battle power you're fighting. You're fighting their battle power. So we're so used to our high awakenings. And you can see right there, the Wukong Rage region came in clutch. We were able to beat it quicker than him. So that was too easy. I'm not going to lie. Let me find, hopefully we can find somebody a little harder. And let's get it. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you a different matchup. We're going to be fighting a Laya version. Laya is really good. If you don't have Ingrid, you can really run a Laya team. The only difference is you just put Laya right here, facing right, in a morale set. But I only run Laya for viewers that don't have the gear needed. Okay, so if you don't have the gear to survive, right, Kagiri, and if Kagiri and Wukong can't survive the hits, you want to run the Laya for the extra healing. But if you can, might as well run Ingrid, right? So let's see, Kagiri here should get his ultimate off. Nice. Okay, and you can see the Laya team is keeping up, right? Like, it's a good squad. We're going to see Wukong uses his ult. That's fine. So we're losing in the beginning, which is fine. We are going to catch up. I'm not worried about that. So right there, we killed it too quick. But Kagiri is still going to use his ult. Nice. So we are losing. And I do believe we're going to make this comeback. See, we are killing them too quick. So this has to be a low BP team. So I'm going to show you. I think his Kagiri died. So he does have a low BP, which is why we're killing them too quick. And that's what I warned about earlier. And yeah, and you can see because it was a low BP team, our Wukong didn't use his ultimate there. So after wave 6, if you're fighting a low BP team, battle power, you usually want to manual it. Because I would have manual, like right there. Sometimes it happens, so you got to manual it after wave 6. Make sure the timings are working, but I mean, you can just go based off this video, and then when you get enough practice, it starts working. So you can see here, like even though it says plus 500, if it's 516, it can be a little challenging on the timings. Okay, so let's go find another opponent real quick, and then we'll finish the video. Maybe we'll fight this Laya team one more time. Alright guys, let's fight this Laya team one more time. Okay. And then Wukong killed before his, which is good. We're gonna see Wukong uses his ultimate here. Perfect. Nice. Alright. Kagiri should use his ultimate here. I don't know why he hasn't yet. It's a little too slow. It happens. Should kill that quick. Wukong uses his ultimate. Just fine. So we're down. You can see the Laya team is doing well, right? So let's see if we make this comeback. Nice. Kagiri procs. Good. And you can see he messed up his Wukong's ultimate there, right? So let's see if Kagiri can do his dash here. Nice. Perfect. And we are back in it. 6% to 58. All right. Let's kill that. And then Wukong should get his ultimate quick. And he didn't use it. It happens. Like right there, like I said, if it doesn't happen, manual it. But it still worked out. Again, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Successful takeover. Every fight has been in auto. We didn't have to manual any of them. And he's back in Overlord. Hopefully he pushes Apex. And if this helped you in any way, drop a like. Drop a comment on what you guys are using. Join the Discord if you're interested in takeovers or you need help in general. And I'll catch you guys for another video. Peace.